Hey everyone, so in this video we'll be focusing on this part of our AWS pipeline, which is hosting a website out of S3, um, S3 buckets of AWS, just to clarify. So basically this particular page that you're seeing right here is in itself a static website, which is a simple HTML file, um, which is right here. As you can see, it's this index.html file, which is just about 109 lines of code, and this was also pretty much just copy pasted from ChatGPT, honestly. So nothing, no rocket science in building this. uh, the code for this website, if in case you're looking for some quick start on this, I have hosted it on GitHub, so I'll be sharing the link for that. And yes, let's get into it. So I'll go into S3 from my AWS console. I'll click on create a bucket. This is a general purpose bucket for me, no directory, nothing. Just to keep things in sync with my AWS pipeline flow, I'll be naming my bucket with my DNS that we were registering in our previous video. But the name of the bucket shouldn't hamper, just in case you're coming in here just for hosting your website out of S3. So yeah, I'll be naming it codecafe.com. And since we want to host our website, which would mean that we would want public to access our website, obviously, like why else will you host it? Even if you want it internally, you would want somebody at least to be able to access your website other than you. So that's why I'll be not blocking all public access, and I'll just acknowledge this pop-up that has come up here. I'll scroll down. I'm not enabling a bucket versioning because I don't need it. I'm just hosting a static website right now. And okay, I'll leave everything as it is. I'll create a bucket. So okay, I'm in S3. I have my buckets, which in there I have only this particular bucket. I'll go in here. As I said, it's a static website which is just an HTML file. So I'll just upload that HTML file right here. The file could be named anything, but just for keeping things consistent with industry standards, I've named it index.html. I'll upload it. Simply upload. Cool. Let me close it. Okay, now let me go into permissions. I'll have to give a bucket policy wherein I need to write that I want um, everyone to be able to access my bucket object. Object is nothing but the files that are there within your bucket. So I'll add a new statement. I'm not very well versed with bucket policies, writing it just off my head, so I'll be using the UI, which is right here. I'll do S3. As I said, I want get object, which is right here. I just want only that one, honestly. Add a resource. There is only one. Sorry, all the resources that are resources or objects is basically anything that's there within your bucket. So I want all my resources to be available, and I don't want any condition. Right. Principal, I can say this. What's the issue here? It added it itself. Right, so basically you can't just say directly resource. That's what I was thinking. I didn't select a resource. Uh, Sorry, I should have done object. That's what. And then inside the object, I should have actually put my bucket name, which is vibhuticodecafe.com, and all the objects that are there within my bucket. So now it's the correct way. Let me just remove this. I'm not sure why I did that. All right, and we can see there's no issue here. So I'll just do a save change. Cool. So we can see that for my Vibhuti Code Cafe bucket, if I go into permissions and I scroll down within my bucket policy, I have one policy added. One statement added within my policy, which says that allow everyone to get object get all the objects that are there within this particular bucket. Okay, because I want it to be publicly accessible. Now I'll go into properties. I'll scroll to the bottom and I see static website hosting. And we can see S3 static website hosting is currently disabled. So I'll go edit, I'll do enable. Alright, I want to host a static website. My index document is exactly index.html. For now, I do not have an error.html file, but if you have it, you could just upload it to your bucket and put the path here. There is no redirection as such for me, so I'm just leaving it as it is. So these are what my settings are. Okay, enable host a static website index.html. I'll save the changes. Again, if I scroll to the bottom, I got my URL. Yay! So let me open this URL and we can see that the URL is vibhuticodecafe.com, which was the name of my bucket, .s3 website, .apsouth1 and amazonaws.com. So actually my domain name right here is amazonaws.com. Okay, I'll just leave you to that I have my bucket hosted out of my website, hosted out of S3. Okay, that's there. This is my local host and this is my same URL which was here. Thank you.